Welcome to Blessed Speakers. Today we're reviewing Sundara Karma's Youth is Only Fun in Retrospect. So Sundara Karma is a pretty new indie rock, indie pop band from Berkshire, England, and I think this is their debut record. So overall, pretty decent album. I liked it. They definitely do have potential, like in some songs like Olympia and Lose the Feeling and Be Nobody. But I think the instrumentation is good. I think the vocals are pretty good. I just think that every song sounds the exact same.
Okay, moving on from that, I feel exactly the same as that, so it's not really moving on, it's keeping with it. Now, with bands like these, I can't ask for that much. I think they're clearly aiming for the radio here, sort of commercial pop rock. And it works well for them, overall. My favourites were definitely Olympia and Vivienne. I feel like those two were the most interesting, but they had a lot of good songs here, just, like you say, quite a few of them are very similar.
I can't really say anything different. It's the kind of album where you just kind of get the feeling that it could have stopped like one or two or even three tracks earlier than it did, and gotten the same exact point across. Most of the tracks just kind of sounded the same, and not even like in a particularly interesting or unique way. Like, there's just some bands who I honestly can't tell one song from the next, but by the end of it, it's just like so pretty, so calming, whatever, that I didn't really care, and I just like loved the experience. With this one, is kind of like I think it was like 14 tracks of like a brighter version of for some reason I kept on thinking of Obstacle 1 by Interpol. It's like a brighter version of that nonstop.
I heard a bit more Arcade Fire influence in here, which is kind of cool to see, because they're I still see them as more of a new band, relatively speaking, so it's good to see them getting some influence in. Be good if they influence something more interesting, likewise to Arcade Fire, but can't blame them for that.
So to look this album, I think I even wrote at the bottom of my sheet, I wrote, listening to the individual songs probably more enjoyable than listening, because you can only get so much of this album. Like, it just kind of gets boring after a while. I definitely heard influences from like The Killers, Bastille, Cage the Elephant, some of the newer indie alternative bands. The song Vivienne, I really love that song.
Same.
But the lyrics are great and everything is great. And I even wrote in caps here, too bad it sounds like everything else on the album, otherwise I appreciate it way more.
Yeah. Okay, I tried to say something. The most interesting thing here was, I think the vocalist, it's just one vocalist, right?
Yeah, I think so.
He sounds pretty different on some of these songs. I know he's got some of the background vocalists from the other band members, but I think the first song sounded like a Black Keys, Kaiser Chiefs kind of vocal styling. Pretty okay song, by the way, if you want to know. But some of these other ones just sounded really different, and that could actually be good for them if they wanted to hit the big time on the radio or anything. They could sound like 5 different bands, so if they're going that route, fair play to them. I think the song Happy Feeling had sounded somewhat like Fleet Foxes somehow, with some strong indie folk influences for about 6 minutes. The variety is playing.
You talking about Happy Family?
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Yeah, I think that one I heard a lot of Mumford & Sons.
Yeah, probably more like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember hearing anything quite as folky as either of those on the album.
Definitely the new Mumford & Sons. I don't know if you stopped playing the banjo and started playing the guitar.
Oh, so no, I lost interest after Babel. The 3 millionth time you hear I Will Wait, you kind of get the idea.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely got the idea.
So yeah, the one of the other really good songs I thought was "The Night," the very last song. I'm a big fan of Cage the Elephant. I thought the vocals were very similar, Ice in style, and they had a decent attempt at a guitar solo, which we don't hear. I actually notice we don't hear as many guitar solos these days, which is kind of surprising.
That's true.
And I think that's probably the best sing-along song of the group. And I think so they try to make an album where every song would be perfectly fine playing on the radio. And I think that's why it's just an album of singles and not really much more than that.
Yeah, the only song that probably couldn't be released as a single, as is, and it could probably have a single edit, was probably Happy Feeling, because it's 6 minutes or something. A nice 4-minute edit, and it'll be on there. Is that all we can say?
Besides that, the song "Lose the Feeling," and that had the Arcade Fire like sound that I thought, but his vocals are completely different. Like before then, it was all upbeat kind of songs, and I think that song had very deep vocals and more of a downtoned. And I think I preferred that to the actual poppiness, the poppy sounds he has. I think the deeper and darker vocals are a better fit for him. But I mean, I guess it's the band's decision what they want to do.
Absolutely, they're not going to listen to us.
Yeah.
They should, though. What I feel like to do is, well, it feels like they've actually, unfortunately, sound like a band that has hit their peak creatively. They're not going to do much better than this, I feel like. Could be completely wrong. Could have a classic album out in a few years, but overall, I feel like they've kind of fully fleshed out, fully formed their sound. And I don't know what to think of that. Just maybe they'll have a fluke hit in a few years, but as is, I'm not digging this that much. Good collection of songs, but well, some songs, and some are just not hitting it for me.
I mean, they've had 3 EPs and then they released this as the first date.
Did they have any
Soul Searching, I guess,
songs on the EPs?
Yeah, I noticed that they had a lot of these songs on their EP. And I think that kind of loses some respect for them I had, because I was hoping that this would be all new tracks, but they did put only the good songs from the EP. Vivienne is on their EP, and I think that was probably one of the better songs in this album. So
definitely, I feel like they work better whenever they, I don't know, talk about a girl with a slightly unusual name like those two. They excel at those because I feel like they do have a real sense of emotion on those. So good for them.
What would you rate it?
There are some really good songs I'm considering like downloading for my own collection. But as an album, I'd probably give it 5 or 6. More on 5.
How about you, Ken?
Yeah, I'm pretty generous in general with ratings. Like, as long as an album doesn't do something that offends me, even if it's nothing special, I can still sneak away with giving it a 6. So I think I can settle on that for this one. And maybe I'll listen to it again, and if something reveals itself and I'm like, hey, I didn't notice that before, I might get a bump. I'm probably gonna just tuck them away and wait to see what their next album sounds like. But for now, I can settle on this one being a solid 6.
Yeah, I mean, I listened to this album maybe 2 times, and I didn't really get much more from it, so I'm gonna settle with a 6 out of 10. There are some songs that I did save onto my Spotify playlist. Vivienne, Be Nobody, and The Night, for sure. And there's some good danceable, fun songs to sing. And I think it's genuinely a decent track.
Yeah, there's definitely someone here that I'll be looking into some more. Yeah, so that's about it, right, lads?
Yep.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for tuning into Busted Speakers. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed what we made. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Check us out on social media for the latest news and updates about our channel. And look at the links on screen. There's tons of videos you can check out. We know you'll enjoy them.